Hey everybody, this is Big Anklevich here. I'm a podcaster and an author. I'm a nerd and a toy collector. And I'm a chubby guy. That's the right word for me, right? Chubby? No. Maybe fat. Fat is probably better. No, that's not even enough. Obese, that is what I am. It's hard to admit it, but it is what I am. And it's something that I need to change. And I'm going to do that starting today. For the last 10 years, I've been trying to lose weight on and off. I've tried a lot of different things, from diet to exercise. I ran a half marathon. Here's my medal. I've had a lot of different success and failures during that time. The exercise didn't do me a lot of good. In fact, it did me a lot of bad. My back hurts a lot these days. Fat guys shouldn't be running half marathons. I lost a significant amount of weight one time, 40 whole pounds, but then I gained it back again later and went back to what I was doing before. I've been addicted to sugar for a long time. And then in 2016, I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. That really changed things for me a lot. I realized that this kind of stuff had long-term consequences. The average diabetic shortens his lifespan by 20 years. That was not something that I wanted to do. I did what the doctors told me to do. I took metformin and a statin. I went to a dietitian who told me I should eat more carbs, which didn't make a lot of sense to me really, but that's what I did. And for a year and a half, I just kind of floundered. I flailed about, really not knowing what to do. And then, by chance, I came across a video on YouTube by a doctor named Sarah Hallberg. The video was called "Reversing Type 2 Diabetes Starts with Ignoring the Guidelines."
Obesity is a disease. It's not something created by lack of character. It's a hormonal disease. And there are many hormones involved, and one of the main ones is a hormone called insulin.
This really changed things for me. I realized that I was working under a false paradigm. I thought calories in, calories out was how our bodies operated, was how we gained and lost weight. But it turns out it was actually hormones that control our body. And insulin is the hormone that tells us to store fat. So what I needed to do was drop my insulin. And I started studying the high-fat, low-carb diet that Sarah Hallberg talked about. I studied it and I watched hundreds of YouTube videos about it, people talking, various doctors. I learned, first of all, about the ketogenic diet, then about intermittent fasting, and finally I came to the carnivore, zero-carb diet. Following these things gave me a great deal of success. I changed a lot of the bad markers in my blood work that my doctor would have me get each time I came in for a visit. And I was doing really well. Unfortunately, that was when I convinced myself that I was done. I didn't need to do this anymore. I could let myself have those carbs. My A1C was all the way down out of diabetic range, so I wasn't a diabetic anymore, right? But it's not that simple, and unfortunately, I convinced myself of this, and I had carbs again, I had sugar again, and once I opened the door to sugar, it got its claws in me. Sugar is really addictive, and I couldn't stop eating it. Basically, I'd lost my mojo.
I've lost my mojo!
And sugar kept its claws in me for the next 6 months or more. I've been struggling ever since then, trying to go back to what I was doing before. And I just couldn't do it. But now, it's time to get my mojo back. That's why I'm doing this channel on YouTube. I want to A, get a little bit of support, and B, get a little bit of accountability. I need to put myself out there so that those who watch the video can keep me accountable, can make me report in, and make me stick to that diet. Tell me that I can do it. Give me the support that I need to stick with it. So what am I gonna do? Okay, here's the deal. I'm doing two different things. First of all, alternate day fasting. That means that you fast on alternating days. Pretty simple. What I'm going to do is fast on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The whole day, from wake up to go to bed. I will be drinking water, and I will also be taking salt, which is a really important thing to do if you're doing intermittent fasting. So that's my strategy for those days. The rest of the time, on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be eating a zero-carb carnivore diet. And on those days, I will eat a breakfast when I get up in the morning, and then I will eat a lunch before I go to work. On the days that I do go to work, obviously Saturday and Sunday I got off, hurrah.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
What is zero-carb carnivore? Well, it's basically what it sounds like. It's absolutely no carbs. I'm eating meat and animal-derived products, and that's pretty much it. So I'll show you what I eat each day. I'm going to do updates with a little bit of each day as how it's going. And I'll show you the food that I've had on the days that I actually eat food. And we'll see how it goes. So I weighed in at 297 on Tuesday morning. And Tuesday is going to be my update day each week. I'm going to weigh myself each Tuesday morning and see how well I'm doing. My goal is to lose 100 pounds. So I want to go from 297 to 197, all the way down to Wonderland, as they call it in the ketogenic community. I'm hoping that I can do it. I know that I need to not be over 200 pounds. With the tools that I've got going on, including these videos, I think I can make it. I will be back each week with a report on how the last week went, and I'll also try and throw in some extra videos where I share a little bit of the knowledge that I've gained from all those hundreds of YouTube videos that I've watched, and try and explain just exactly what it is that I'm doing. So there you have it. That's what I'm doing. Starting today, Tuesday, I'm going to do the alternate day fasting, do the zero carb carnivore, and we're going to lose that weight and turn my health around. I'll also report a little bit on my biomarkers like blood pressure and that kind of stuff as time goes by. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.